Hey, good morning there, my fellow fantasy football freaks. Hey, even if you're on the East Coast, it's still technically morning. I mean, there's probably some places where it's not morning and shit, but whatever. For most of you anyway, it's still morning. Good football Sunday morning. Love you all. Glad to see you here. It's the first Tinker Power Hour of the season. Yeah, I know it's week 2, but last week I was in Vegas. Having a good time, probably a little too much of a good time. And, for those reasons, plus like a lot of other weird streaming things with like, if I don't have a certain amount of viewers or subscribers, I can't do live shows from the phone, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so glad to be here this week for all of you to answer all your questions. Of course, if you have any questions at all, put them in the comments. I'm going to be answering those periodically. But, as usual here on the Tinker Power Hour, I've got some things that I'm going to go over. So we're going to start off by saying good morning to everyone. We're going to do the morning pour. Oh, hey, what's up, Matt? Hashtag TyRant Gang Go Yeah, that's right. You are an OG. Year 1, man. That's right. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good morning. I know you're probably ready to blaze up with me. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the morning pour. We're gonna get everything going here in just a second. Let some people roll in here. I put this out to a lot of people. Hopefully, some people roll on in and we'll have some questions to answer. Like I said, I'm going to get to that. I've got some other things on the agenda here. I actually do have an agenda, believe it or not. Mad smoking and drinking, yes, sir. Cheers. Well, let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right. So first, we're gonna talk about the drink here. I'm doing it up with the Guinness this morning. Going a little stout. I'm a little stout myself. So we're going with the Guinness stout. Good stuff. It's stout. It's Irish. I'm stout. I'm Irish. Let's fucking go. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn's coming up with the questions already. She's like, enough of this bullshit. Let's get it going. Excuse me. What up with grabbing Roshan Johnson? Well, some of you may have heard Deontay Foreman is a healthy scratch. I don't know what's up with that. The guy can run. But anyway, Johnson might be a good pickup. It just depends on who you're gonna put in place of him. I think he's good of a DFS play. Definitely that, at least. So let me know who you're thinking about starting him over. How do you like the set? I'm not doing the green screen thing because it's like, it doesn't work very well with the streaming shit. So, hey, it's all 49ers all the time. I've got the old, look at that. The Super Bowl 23 Super Joe Montana Stein. Yeah. Yeah. Old school rocking the Bill Walsh hoisting up. Yeah. And then going new school, a big cock Brock. Yeah. Anyway, let's get the morning pour going. Some Guinness. You got to pour this like direct. It's different. You don't have to do the side thing. You like to get that little head, let it settle a little bit. I know I'm going overboard with the big one here, but it's my Niners mug. We're going full Niners this morning. That's right. Hopefully you're all doing well. All right. Don's clarifying here not to start at the hold and wait on Roshan. Hey, I would. If you got the room, stash him. See what happens. You can't go wrong with that. I like Herbert. I like Foreman. They like Johnson. Go figure. Hey, I like Johnson too. He's good. They've got a lot of options there. But if Johnson gains favor, that's just the way it is. So it's good to have him. When they make the decision, if Johnson's the guy, you already got him. You don't have to worry about it. Everyone else is looking on the waiver wires going, what the fuck is this guy? And sees that you have it, and they're all pissed off, and they're trying to send you trades, and you're like, better send me something better than that. Anyway, good morning, Gilson Asher. Good to see you, Gilson. What up? All right, so, hey, here's to y'all. Good morning. Yeah, Guinness. We love the Guinness. Get the 49ers logo there for you. All right. So, there's that part. There's this part, the greenage. Hey, this tonight, this morning, dude, I haven't slept. It's still tonight to me. No, I'm just kidding. We got the Betty Page. You can't see that shit. Fucking whatever. You see that? Maybe. Yeah. Betty Page, good shit. Hey, little pin-up action. That's right. I go old school on that. Hey, I don't mind pounding off to an old, like, pin-up bra from the earlier 20th century. Yeah, why not? Betty Page, you know, good. It's a sexy woman, sexy weed. It's good shit. I like it. So here you go. Good morning to all my 420 friends out there. It's not 420 anywhere, but we can all pretend. You know, it's like Linda from Bob's Burgers. Ding! It's 420 somewhere. That's how you got to go with it. Let's do it. That sucked. Let's try again. I want a better hit. That was bad. Yeah, whatever. Good morning to everyone rolling in. Good to see you. I'm going to get started here. I'm going to answer one more question. Oh, hold on. It's always 420. Got some Johnny Buds here. Johnny Buds? Never had them. I'll have to come down to Texas and give it a try. I don't know. Excuse me. There's some water here, too. I'm prepared. I got water. I got beer. I got smokes. I'm good, man. What up? Hashtag TyRant Gang Ryan. Good to see you. Another year. Another season of the Tinker Stinker Power. I know I'm pulling back a lot on the shows. Instead of doing like one every day, I'm doing one a week, if you're lucky. But it's all in pursuit of eventually getting back to doing the everyday thing, but doing it right, having a better show, better production, a crew, all that shit. We're gonna get there. But anyway, in the meantime, oh shit, there's a lot of stuff going in here. We got questions galore. I'm gonna get to all the questions here in a second. But before we do that, here, let's see. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go over my sleepers this week. My 4 sleepers plus my double deep danger dive of the week. Now, if I was able to have done my show last week, I actually had shit written out, but I wasn't able to do it live from Vegas as I wanted to do. But I had actually Rashid Shaheed as not only my double deep danger dive of the week, but my double deep danger dive of the year. That turned out pretty well. So I have a pretty good track record as far as that goes. Good DFS plays, good deep league plays. But anyway, so let's get to it. I'm gonna go over the sleepers, and then we're gonna answer some questions. Okay. Then I'm gonna go over my streaming defenses and my streaming kickers. Then I'm gonna come back to you guys, answer some more questions. All right. Then we're going to go over the weather. We're going to go over the injury report because I like to have that roll in. Now, of course, if you see some injury updates and you want to update everyone, go for it. Put it in there. But I'm going to be doing that more at the end. I appreciate, if you want to inform everyone along the way, that's always good. So, in between each segment, we're going to do some questions. We'll do the questions at the end. So trust me, I'll get to your question no matter what. All right. So we're going to start off with the sleepers, and then I'm going to get to some questions and so on and so forth. All right. So here we go. My sleepers at each position, then my double deep danger dive. And my sleeper at running back this week is going to be Justice Hill. Hey, I'm all aboard the Gus bus, but I'm dying on that Justice Hill this week. All right. Hey, Gus is going to be the guy in, first and second down. But I think that Hill's going to get a lot of opportunity in a rainy day in Cincy. Okay, there's the possibility of rain, so they're in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they're a potent offense. After kind of getting embarrassed last week, they're going to be coming out guns ablazing this week. So on those third downs, those change of pace, the passing downs and stuff, I like Justice Hill to pick up some work there. Again, these are sleepers. So it's like if you're in a deep league, these are DFS plays. These are like desperation plays if you got a lot of injuries, things like that. excuse me, instead of just plugging and playing over anyone, you know, ask me the question. I'll answer you. I'll tell you who to play them over, Anyway, so Justice Hill, like him this week. At wide receiver, hey, with Amari Cooper out, I believe. I'm pretty sure he's out. Everyone's been all over Elijah Moore. And the thing about that is that, Elijah Moore's going to be playing the slot. So he's going to be getting maybe a few more targets, but not seeing a significant jump. I'd say for value, for what you could get out of it, I like Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah, yeah. I think he's a good play this week. Now, Ayuk slashed the hell out of the Steelers last week, and Ayuk plays on the outside. So does, DPJ. That dude plays on the outside too. I mean, I think that Elijah Moore could get some, but I think we're sleeping on, Donovan Peoples-Jones, which is why he's a sleeper. There you go. Not that hard to figure out there. I like it though. Yeah. Now at QB last week, it was a big surprise to see Mac Jones do what he did, and I don't think he's going to be a guy you're going to be starting every week. But hold on, some updates here. Uh-oh. For those who are playing DFS, trying to get ahead of it. And in fact, this ruins my double deep danger dive of the week. I just got an update here about Cordero Patterson. I guess he's going to be out. I thought he was going to be in. And I thought, hey, that's a guy that could potentially take some work away for some people. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little adjustment there to a DFS play that I had got going on. See, I'm doing my shit. I'm tinkering. I hope I'm not stinkering. Not here. I'm gonna do that after the show. All right. That's why I give that extra half hour so I can do my own tinkering and stinkering. All right. But anyway, so for those of you who play DFS or whatever deep leagues, Cordero Patterson, he is out. I don't have a double deep danger dive of the week because that was my guy. So what I'm gonna change it to is Roshan Johnson. I'm doing my double deep danger dive early. Roshan Johnson. We just found out, Deontay Foreman is a healthy scratch. I think Johnson's going to get some work again. That's my double deep danger dive of the week. Now, QB, like I said, return of the Mac. Okay, Mac Jones. Hold on. Now, people might think I'm chasing points on this. I'm not chasing points. All right. I think that Mac, however, is going to be chasing points against the Dolphins because they score a lot of them. So he's going to need to catch up. I like Mac Jones as a sneaky play this week. A lot of people are not going to be on him, but I think he could be good for 20 plus this week. I don't think he's going to do as good as last week. I don't think he's going to be a top 5 guy, but he could be sniffing around that top 10 area and really sneaky this week. Like in a 2 QB league, like if you have 3, I mean, he could be a good plug and play for someone. Again, ask me first, like, oh, should I play him for this guy? Like, don't put him in from fucking Patrick Mahomes or Lamar or some shit, but Anyway, get some beer action going too. Yeah. Water's good, beer's good. It's all good. All right. So, so then finally, I guess, because I was gonna do the double DVD, but we all know, what happened with that. I'm gonna give you a twofer at tight end, right? Hey, that's nice. Jake Ferguson and Luke Musgrave. So, yeah, it's just the matchups and the targets, dude. Ferguson had 7 targets last week. He didn't get a lot of hits on it, like 2 or 3 catches. He's gonna hit a lot more on that. I see a touchdown coming this week against the Jets. Who let's see, let me look at something here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, so I like the matchup there. The Jets D is pretty good elsewhere, but I think against tight end, like they gave it up to the rookie Dalton Kincaid last week. So this week, I think that Ferguson, is going to see some more targets. I think he might catch some more of those. I think he's going to hit on one of those touchdowns. I think he's going to have a 10-plus point game. I think Musgrave, we've been talking about him, a lot in the preseason. I think that, wasn't a great matchup last week. But this week, with Watson banged up, I think, Atlanta made Hayden Hurst look good. So I like Musgrave as another tight end sleeper this week. So there you go. There's my sleepers. My double deep danger dive. I kind of had to change and wing it. I'm gonna silence that. Erica, come watch the show if you're not watching it. What the? Okay, on the show. All right. Getting more people here on the show, hopefully. Boom. Boom. Okay. So, all right, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to get to questions here. And then we'll get to my streaming defenses and kickers for the week. So let's see. What do we got? What do? Good morning. Hashtag Tiger Gang. Thank you, Nick. Oh, yeah, we answered that. Okay, Gilson. Start 2 PPR. Dobbs. I know it's Dobbs. I like calling him Doobs for obvious reasons. Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Javonte Williams. With Watson banged up again, I think that's Dobbs is going to play. It looks like, unless we hear something different, on the injury report. For right now, I'm saying Dobbs is a good play. I think with we're hearing that Mark Andrews, he's going to be back, so that's going to take targets away from Flowers. Nico Collins is a guy who eventually I want to be able to start, but until he's getting consistent targets and work, I don't know. I like Williams and I like Dobbs of those two, out of the 4 of those. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you for your question. What do we got next? Nick, who would you flex? Pierce, Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall, man. Man, this should be a really easy answer. This should just be like, you're starting Garrett Wilson. Why? What the fuck? But of course, we saw Aaron Rodgers go down. But Wilson still got work, from Zach Wilson. And I know I did the thing on my show where, the Garrett Wilson when Zach Wilson was quarterback versus Garrett Wilson when anyone else is quarterback. Much better choice here. But, there's Elijah Moore's gone. Corey Davis is gone. I think that Zach Wilson is going to connect with Garrett Wilson. Start up Wilson. I think you're going to find out that the guy's a stud. And you don't sit your studs. I don't like Breece Hall this week. I think it's a bad matchup. I think they're going to need to throw a lot. And I think Garrett Wilson's going to be the guy. Pierce, I actually do like Pierce this week, but I'm giving the edge to Wilson. Good question, though. I mean, it normally wouldn't be a good question, right? But unfortunately, it is. Matt asks, like he did yesterday, I have to move Cooper. Alice Cooper? No, I'm just kidding. I messaged you about the bench options in my ESPN league. Harris or Algier. You said Harris, but my gut says Algier. Harris better do better regardless. I think actually with Patterson out, they're going to be doing they were just talking. I was just reading now that they're really going to be focused on doing the 1-2 approach. I think they can run the ball really well. I'm going to give the slight nod now to Algier. You have that feeling? I like it. Because Harris doesn't have the greatest of matchups. I think Najee Harris is going to be a little bit better this year than a lot of people say. It's just the first couple weeks, not that great a matchup. Okay, Niners, of course, are great against the run. Cleveland, great against the run. So, it just is what it is. On the other hand, Algier starting off with a couple good matchups. So, slight nod to Algier this week. Algier, I like to call him Algier. It sounds better, but Algier, I guess, is his name. Hopkins in, Stroud in, Jones and Watson out. Pardon me. Yes, yes. That's what I'm hearing too. Thank you for the update, Don. Always appreciate you, Don. You're always bringing it. You're like you're one of the all stars of the hashtag Tyrant King, in my opinion. Yeah, Richard, what's up? Speaking of all stars, Miles Sanders over AJ Dillon. Yeah, I know that Dillon's gonna get the start with Jones out, but the matchup's not great, and when Dillon's been given the reins, he hasn't exactly produced. I'm worried about that. Okay. I like Dylan. I think that he's really great in a complementary role, but I don't know if he's a lead role guy. He just hasn't shown that yet. Maybe he'll prove us wrong. But I mean, Miles Sanders, I think let me double check something here, but I'm pretty sure. Hold on. See, Miles Sanders, yeah. I mean, some people are worried about New Orleans. I think that they can be had on the run more so than through the air, personally. I like the slight nod to Sanders here. All right. Good question, though. Good question. Hold on. Let me fix some things. All right. There we go. Yeah. I'm just worried about A.J. Dillon getting a lead role there. Slight nod to Sanders. What do we got? Stinker after the show. Yeah, that's hey, I can't do it during here. All right. I love this chair, but not that much. Good morning to y'all. Got my Navarro Bowman jersey today. Oh wow. There you go. Patrick Willis was last week. Ronnie Lott next. Representing. Gotta love it. The classics. The old classics, the new class. My tag was hanging out. I hate when that happens. Why didn't anybody tell me? Maybe it's somewhere down there. I don't know. Ronnie Lott, hell yeah, of course. Luis, what's up, Luis? Hi, TyRant. Zach Moss or Roshan Johnson? That's a really good question because of what we hear now about Deonta Foreman, excuse me, being a healthy scratch. Moss is going to get the lead role in the Colts running game. It's a good matchup against Houston. I can't deny that. I think he's a good play, but I mean, I just think that there's more of a shot of there being more offense and more like okay. So let me do it this way: PPR Johnson, standard Moss. I just think that the opportunities for Johnson to catch balls and make something out of it is going to give you that edge over Moss, who I've always liked him, but a lot of people don't, and he doesn't always. He's not going to get the lion's share. It's going to be a lot of him and Jackson. So I think they're going to be splitting a lot there. I like Johnson a little more in PPR this week. I'm going to give the slight edge to Moss in standard. How about that? There you go. I know it's a little cheap, but that's how it is. Should I drop Herbert for Johnson? I wouldn't. Just no. Find another way. Make a trade or something. I don't know. Dobbs or Pickens PPR. I like Dobbs with Watson out, and the hamstrings bothering Pickens, and then you got Johnson out there too. Calvin Austin. There we go. There's another double deep danger dive right there. Calvin Austin, I think, is going to have an interesting game. There's someone for your DFS right there. Calvin Austin. Pat Fryermuth maybe, but Calvin Austin I like. All right, there you go. But as far as that goes, yeah, I go with Dobbs. Half point PPR, yeah, Dobbs still. So Dobbs, I meant not Dobbs. Wait, what? Anyway, Love of Fields. Gus, what's up, man? Coming to me from the UAE. What is it like? It's like, just after dinner there for you. What's up? Good to see you, my friend. Love or Fields? Making love in the fields. That's what we want to do. I'm going to give Fields the nod here. I think. Let me double check something. See, it's very close between the two of them. I think Fields. Let me take a look at something here. Just a second. Hello to everyone that is coming in saying hi. Hopefully you stick around. You put your question in there. I will get to all your questions. Don't worry about it. Tampa Bay, I worry about them more, versus the run than the pass. Green Bay's got a better defense than people expected them to have, I think. And so, I actually do. I like Justin Fields. I like his matchup this week. I like, from what we've seen from him like last season, this is what he does. He starts out a little slow and he starts heating up. Lets those legs start taking care of things. You know what I'm saying? All right. And then Love. Yeah. Yeah, Atlanta. I'm not about it. If he fucking blows it up this week, dude, I don't know. I guess you're just kind of gonna anoint him as an every week starter, but he's got to show me more than 1 week. I think Fields has a little bit of a better matchup this week. I give the edge to Fields. Although on the other hand, with Jones out, with Watson out, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I don't think he's mobile enough to really take advantage of that, and that's where Fields has the advantage. Personally, it's barely. I mean, it's really close. Both of them, I think, are going to be right in that lower end QB1 range. Lower to mid thereabouts. I'm going to give a slight nod to Fields this week, just because of matchup alone. And also because you could get Musgrave, and that's one of the reasons I like Musgrave is just because lack of options. Because of course, Jones is good out of the backfield catching passes as well, and if he's out, you got Christian Watson out. I mean, it's just a lot less targets for Love. Give the slight nod to Fields this week. Good question though, Gus. Very good question. I like that one. That was a noodle scratcher for me. Didn't mean to go all like Ned Flanders on you or anything, but anyway. Hold on, sorry. This is all okay. All right. Moving right along. Dawn. Pick 2. PPR, Jamal Williams, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers. Okay, here's the thing. Mandrews is playing, as far as I know, unless I hear something different. Mandrews is playing. That's going to take targets away from Zay Flowers. DJ Moore, this is I predicted that he was going to be like the new A-Rob, right? Like he's and he's kind of been that way even with the Panthers. He's a great talent, but he never gets the ball. And Fields, his guys are Komet and of course Mooney. Mooney I like a lot in this game. Could this be it? Could this be where he finally bucked the trend and DJ Moore is good, has a great game, and Fields passes to the main guy? Are we finally going to see it? It remains to be seen. Pardon me again. A lot of bubbly going on. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of like. I know I like Jamal Williams. But as far as, between Moore and Flowers, it's really hard. I'm going to go Moore this week, okay? But on caution that if he doesn't do it this week, then my prediction is true. It's kind of like me picking against myself a little bit. But at the same time, I have reason because, with Mandrews coming back, it's going to take a lot of targets away from Zay Flowers. I think we're going to see more to Bateman. I think we're going to see more to Justice Hill out of the backfield. So, I think some of those targets that Flowers was getting last week is going to get spread around a little bit more. I think that the lion's share of that's going to go to Mark Andrews this week. So, That's why I'm going to give a slight nod to DJ Moore there. But if DJ Moore fucking blows it this week, I'm done. I'm toast on him. Get rid of him. I wouldn't say drop him. I'd say put him on your bench or try to trade him. Like throw him in a trade to sweeten up a trade or something like that. Whatever. Someone who's not paying attention. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going Williams and Moore this week. Geno Smith or Love, 6-point touchdown passes. Ooh. Yeah, another tough one. I think with that level of QB in that tier of QBs, like that, like cusp of low end, QB1 sort of range, it's kind of hard week to week. You got to go, you got to go with the matchups, but then some of these matchups are pretty equal. So with Geno, he's got Detroit though, okay, and that's going to be a lot of scoring, and I think. Like I said, with Love, going against Atlanta, I think it's, there's not going to be as much scoring. It's going to be kind of, a low scoring, grinded out sort of game. Even though Atlanta's not necessarily into grinding, but they're definitely into running the ball. They don't have the defense for that, for the grind part of it. But they, like I said, they can run the ball efficiently enough to where they can catch up. And I don't see a lot of offense coming out of Packers with so many injuries going on. But then there's gonna be a fucking barn burner. We don't know. It's week 2. There's a lot of new elements to these teams, and we're just it's speculation. It's based on what we know, what we see, and what's most likely to happen. And if I'm going with that, then yeah, I'm gonna say give me Geno Smith, just barely over Love in this game. Thanks, man. Hey, thanks to you, Matt. Alshire, I'm gonna start Harris and flex, or Puka, Judy, Shaheed. I liked it in that order. I'm assuming this is PPR, and if it is, yeah, go with Puka. I think I'm trying to understand what you're saying here. So Alshire, you're gonna start Harris in the flex or Puka. I think it's like, for me, it's Algier, Puka, Harris, Judy, Shaheed. There you go. Hopefully that helps. That's about the best I can make out of it, man. I know you smoke the bud too, and you do the voice, the text thing. It's not always great, but it's okay. But both, he's still playing. I was just reading up on that. As far as I know, he's gonna be fine. They didn't mean to say both. Anyway, I'm sure you get it. 7:55 says Gus. That's after dinner for me. I eat dinner kind of late. Ryan, I enjoyed your top 200 episode. I saw you weren't as high on DJ Moore as some people. With the uncertainty about Cooper, I got to pivot more to Moore. Think he'll be better this week. Kind of going back to what I said earlier, I just feel like Moore. I predicted him as being kind of another A-Rob, and we saw it last week. Are we going to see it this week again? I don't know. Maybe. Why? It's if we do, yeah. I'm saying I'm calling it that I was right about that one. If we don't see him produce this week, I think I see why you're pivoting them more, and I don't think that's a bad idea. I think, excuse me. I know they've been talking about it over the past week, so we could see some squeaky wheel situation where Moore actually gets something this week. So I see why you're going there, but with caution. With caution, for sure. Nick, what's up, man? I just picked up White and Shaheed. Would you play them over Wilson in your flex? Standard scoring, I'm going to play White over Wilson. I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid of how that team's going to produce. I admit I have a little bit of that fear. I do like Wilson. I think he's going to be fine, but I think Rachaad White is going to have a good game this game. I actually really like it. So I'm going to put him a little bit over Wilson. Go with your gut on that. If you like Wilson, go with Wilson. You could go either way. In standard, I'm putting them right around that same level. They're going to be, you know, RB2, wide receiver 2, or flex area, right around there, both of them. I give the slight nod to White just because it's a really good matchup. The Bears our defense is fucking, it's grizzly shit against the run. Anyway. Superflex QB, Gino or Goff, another 6-pack. Yeah. Give me Gino in that one. Goff is Goffle. I'm never going to pick Goff. The guy's a fucking dumpster fire. Can he get shit done? Can he have a game where he's like 30? Yeah, he can have one of those games. But they come out of fucking nowhere. He's 100% impossible to fucking predict. And I'm never going to fucking try to do that. And I think Gino's going to have a good enough game where even if Goff has one of his crazy games, it's not going to be that much better. So, thanks, you answered when you took Don's question. Yep. Thanks, man. I fear a little weak this week as well. Yeah. One more question, then we're going to go on to my defenses and kickers this week. George Kloss. Hey, what's up, man? Haven't heard from you in a while. How's it been? Hope you're doing well. Good to hear from you again. Good to see you here. Walker, Connor, Kelly. I need 2 PPR. Give me Walker and Connor. I don't like Kelly's matchup against Tennessee this week. It's a bummer. I got a lot of Eckler. Eckler was my top running back. I was one of the few analysts that were picking Eckler over CMC, even though I love CMC. And it turned out right. I mean, he did have a hell of a game last week and was, better, had more fantasy points than CMC. But, yeah, injury this week. And you're thinking, okay, we're going to plug Kelly in there. Well, it's a bad matchup. I like Walker, and I like Connor barely over Kelly this week. I think that Arizona is going to get a little more opportunity to open up the playbook to help out Josh Dobbs, Josh, whatever. Yeah, I like Walker and Connor this week. Thanks. What's up, brother? Looking forward to the birthday bong rips coming up. Yeah, birthday show. The what? It'll be the 3rd annual 40th birthday bash. Yeah, turned 40 for the 3rd time. I love it. All right, so we're gonna go to defenses and kickers now. The forgotten fucking positions nobody cares about. But hey, kickers are people too. Defense gives us points. And if you're smart and you're streaming them because you were smart enough to draft your running backs, your wide receivers, okay, and then wait on your defenses and your kickers, and you're streaming those guys, hey, I got your back because that's how I play too. I like it. So here we go. We're going to go. Let's turn the page. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know why to turn the page noise there, what that was about. Anyway, so here we go. These are defenses and kickers that you can get that are under 50% owned across most platforms. All right. The defense, I like the Giants this week. They sucked a lot of ass against Dallas. We saw that coming. Dallas is a potent offense. You're not going to be starting any defenses against them. A lot of people, of course, are going to be down on them. They're not a great team overall, but they're facing Arizona, and I think it could be a good, a good matchup for them. Because, like I said, Dallas, potent as hell. Arizona's about as potent as an 80-year-old man with a cell phone attached to his balls. All right? Not potent. Okay? So, I think that we're going to be picking on Arizona a lot this season. And, we do that here. I think that the zona defense is also a good pickup here, honestly. I think you really could go either way. In DFS, zona is a better value. So that's a good value pick. I've been picking them a lot in DFS today, which means, of course, that the Giants are going to fucking blow it up, which is fine because I have a lot of Saquon Barkley, and I'm hoping that happens. But what the fuck? This tag's being weird. Anyway, so, yeah, there you go. I like the Giants. I like Zona as a sneaky pick too. Yeah. Other than Saquon, the Giants ain't got shit. So yeah, it's a little bit of twofer right there. Because I also got Tampa Bay. There's possibly going to be some rain. Possible rain. Probable mistakes on offense by the Bears. That's just how it goes. With Fields up in there, he'll get his fantasy points, but he's going to make enough mistakes. He's going to fuck shit up. Tampa Bay can take advantage of that. They got 9 fantasy points last week versus Minnesota, who has a much better offense than the Bears. So I'm expecting double-digit fantasy points from the Tampa Bay defense this week. It's a great matchup at home. Chicago made Green Bay look like an elite defense. I think they're better than a lot of people expected, but I don't think they're that great. Anyway, I think that Tampa Bay is an underrated defense. We're going to see some turnovers. Turnover City this week in Tampa Bay. And finally, Indianapolis, 11 points last week versus Jacksonville, who is a much improved offense. But Indianapolis was a defense that we were streaming last season, and everyone's sleeping on them. Everyone forgot about them because their offense hasn't been great. Well, now you got Richardson in there doing the things that he's doing. He's getting that offense going. All right. That helps out a little bit, but the defense helps keep them fresh. And there you go. I think that, this is a bonus matchup for them against the Texans, which is another team we're going to be picking on. The Texans, of course. They're another underrated defense. Great matchup. This is a deep league option, but I like Indianapolis this week. Kind of a sneaky DFS pick as well, if you're going to go that route. So there you go. There's my defenses you can stream. You can find them in pretty much any league. So there you go. Now on the kickers, I like Riley Patterson for Detroit this week. He just made 3 extra points last week. They didn't need him much for the field goals. But I think this week they're at home versus a mediocre defense. They're going to have lots of opportunities. All touchdowns last week, but that they could just slow things down a bit if they go up big. Brett Maher for the Rams picked up 15 points last week against Seattle. Hey, I think they've got some things going on defense that if they get in the red zone, they might be able to stop them a little bit. And that's going to be big points for Riley Patterson. So if you're someone who had Greg Zuerlein and he's out and you got to pick someone up, Riley Patterson's a good pickup. I also like Nick Folk. This guy's always been accurate. Everyone always forgets about him, especially now since he's on the Titans. Okay? But Nick Folk's always been an accurate guy. He had the most fantasy points for kickers last week. And he was tied with Jake Elliott, I believe, with 18 fantasy points. He gets the Chargers this week. And there's going to be lots of scoring, lots of field goals in this game. He went perfect 5 for 5. The guy's got accuracy. He's on a team that's, it's not great, but they're going to score some points. They're going to come up short in the red zone. So they're going to be kicking a lot of field goals. I like Nick Folk. And then finally, Brandon Aubrey. Who the fuck is that? That's the Dallas Cowboys kicker. That's all you got to know. Dallas kicker. It means to be like something like, from Tecmo Super Bowl, like Dallas kicker. There you go. Throw him in there. Generic. All right? Because Dallas is going to score and they're going to be, extra points, field goals. Dude was 4 out of 5 for extra points. Knocked in both his field goals last week. He's not the best kicker in the world, but he's going to get a lot of volume. Okay? So that's why he's someone that you can start with confidence. They're going to get down in the red zone. Jets are capable of stopping them there. So you're going to see sometimes when they're going to get down there, Dak may not be able to complete it. Jets get the stop. They get the field goals. You rack those up. There you go. It's helpful. I mean, as helpful as kickers can be, right? So there you have it, folks. There's your streaming defenses and kickers. Let's go back here, see if we got any more questions going on. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Cool. Hey, if you have questions, lineup questions and things like that, go ahead and put them there in the comments. We're going to go ahead and get to the weather reports and injury reports real quick. Okay? So I'm going to update a couple things. Bear with me here. We're taking a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. I don't know why I went with that. Anyway, Eric had a question here a while back. Foreman is out, so maybe I drop him instead of dropping Jackson. Oh, that was from a question from earlier. Yeah, I would do that. I swear I picked up a kicker. Patterson. Okay, sorry. Reading some notes here. Okay. Matt, if I didn't get to your questions here, if you have any other questions, I'll take a look after the show. Be wrapping up here in the next 10-15 minutes. So anyway, if you have anyone who has questions, go ahead and put them there, and we'll take a look at what Matt's got. Thanks for my ESPN League advice, but in my Yahoo League, our league, we're going against each other this week. You're going down, son. Cheers, brother. Hey, hell no. I got a big lead out on you because I have both Jeffy and Devontae Smith. So guess what? Big lead ain't going away. I got you this week, my friend. I got you. Don't you worry about it, Matt. I'll be talking to you later, son. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look Let's take a look at the weather. Let's take a look at the weather. I don't know what that was about. All right. Let's see here. Weather report. Let's do a little refresh here. Everything's looking pretty good. Nothing, no big deals. No, everything looks sunny. Partly cloudy. We got a little bit of precipitation going on in Tampa Bay. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal, honestly. Yeah, everywhere else, there's tiny bits. Everything's looking pretty good today, actually. There was some chances of some rain, but looking pretty good. Like I said, the only place that I see any rain at all really is in Tampa Bay. 40% chance during the middle of the game. So, whatever. No big deal. They're grown men. They'll take care of it. So not as much as, for that as the weather goes. Let's take a look at the injuries because that's what we want to know about, right? We want to know who's out and what are we going to do about that. Now, so I'm going to give you some updates on some guys. If there's particular players that you want updates for, put them in the comments and I'll make sure to get those guys. But let's go over what I got here. Amari Cooper is unlikely to play. I was calling that yesterday. That's why I'm saying Donovan Peoples-Jones is someone that I want to start this week. If you need a desperate play or a DFS play, a value play like that in a deep league. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is active. All that's really going to do is, piss off Pacheco owners. Like we said earlier, Cordell Patterson officially inactive for week 2. I had him as my double deep danger dive. Well, I guess that ain't happening. And like I said, I got Roshan Johnson instead. Deonta Foreman is inactive. Chase Claypool's going to play, but I don't know how relevant that really is going to be. Mark Andrews is expected to play, like I said. Okay, so I'm just going to go over, what people are asking about. Brandon Cook's not expected. He's going to be out. So, that plays into that Ferguson call I made earlier. I think that's a good tight end play if you're if you're in a spot there. Let's see. Hopkins is going to play, as we said. Watson not going to suit up. Okay, Aaron Jones not expected to play. Dulcich went on injured reserve. We know Eckler's out. We know Johnson's out. So that's pretty much covers that. Let me see if I have any other updates. And if you've heard anything, let me know. If you have someone that you want to know about specifically, let me know. I'll take a look. From what I'm seeing here, there isn't anything else to go over that we already don't know. Aaron Jones, of course, is out. You're going to play Dillon in his place unless you have better options. Like I said, with a lot of banged up players for Pittsburgh, I like Calvin Austin this week. Excuse me. Pickens carries no designation, but we all know those hamstring things tend to be an issue. Meanwhile, Johnson didn't practice. He's been ruled out for week 2. So Pickens, you may think, okay, I'm going to pick him up. Plug him in. He's going to get some. He might, but I'm worried about the hamstring there. I like Calvin Austin as a sneaky play this week. All right. Yeah, Allen Robinson, another sneaky play as well. I like Puka this week. He's good to go. He's the new Cooper Kupp there. Well, Cooper Kupp's out. Let's see. Jerry Jeudy. He's not on the injury report. I like Jerry Jeudy this week. I like him over Sutton. Put Sutton back. Jerry Jeudy up to the front. There you go. That pretty much covers everything. Let's take a look, see if there's any other questions here. We got a few things coming in. Don, go Hawks. Yeah, fuck you. No, I love you, Don, but fuck you, Seahawks. Fuck you, goddamn sea chickens. You rainy city bitch pigeons. Anyway, I thought of grabbing Folk, but I stay with Dicker the kicker. Hey, sometimes it's all about the name, right? Got to go with the can't fault you on that. Better for White. Yeah, I like White this week. It's raining in Tampa. That settles it. Fields lives for wet fields. There you go. It's raining off and on, but there you have it. White or Walker. I like Walker. White Walkers. Now we're getting into some Game of Thrones shit. Fuck that. Anyway, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Fuck Game of Thrones. Anyway, Njoku or Kincaid. Yeah, my tight end sack. I think Njoku this week, with Cooper banged up, with him likely out. I like Njoku this week. All right. I think that's it. Oh, wait, no, one more. Defense, 49ers or Bucks. Kiss my ass. 49ers all the way. Bucks are great, but it's all about the Niners. Hey, love you all. Thanks for coming on the show. Lots of great questions this week. Hopefully this helped you out a bit. I'm going to see you guys next Sunday. Hey, I might have a special guest. I don't know. Well, we're trying to work something out. Love you guys. Love you all. Hey, one more for you. Face green, smiling. I don't know, whatever. Thanks. Richard, thanks, buddy. Yeah, thank you. Go Niners. Hell yeah, that's what we're going to end on. All right? So until next Sunday, I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Peace. Love you.